Up next on Lion TV, we have Josh Cremines with your updated weather forecast, Josh Klein with a story over the National Guard,
and me, junior firefighter and sports commentator Jake Williams with some sports updates. All that and more, Lion TV starts now.
Friday, March 30th. I'm Bailey Mills.
And I'm Jaden Jackson. Let's jump right into some announcements. Seniors, if you are an honor grad, you need to turn in your photos for the senior video ASAP. Email pictures to bbbailey@cerseischools.org or turn them into the East office.
Senior high volleyball tryouts are April 10th and 11th from 3:30 to 5 in the high school annex gym.
Key Club will have its monthly meeting Tuesday, April 3rd in the cafeteria at 7:35 sharp. They will be taking nominations for next year's officers and setting up for the mod volleyball tournament later in April. Everyone should be present.
Juniors and seniors who received an invitation to join Beta Club, the deadline to turn in money for National Beta membership dues has been extended to Thursday, April 5th. If you received an invitation and plan to join Beta Club, please turn in your $15 to Miss White in room 307 or Miss Holman in room 323 by Thursday, April 5th. You are also welcome to contact either one of them if you have any questions.
Now let's send things over to Josh Klein with a highlight on some of our school's very own students' involvement in the armed forces.
Like the Army Reserve, the Army National Guard is made up of citizen soldiers who train part-time, close to home until needed. Since 1636, each state has had its own militia. These became the foundation of today's Guard units.
I am currently an E1 private. On March 11th, I get promoted to private first class E3.
The National Guard is a great place to help out the communities and help the teens get a financial foot in the door right outside of high school.
I got a $20,000 enlistment bonus for enlisting as a 68 Whiskey combat medic. I don't know if they have changed since then, but I know currently right now infantry, there's a $20,000 bonus for infantry.
The brotherhood is something that keeps these soldiers sticking together through the toughest of times.
The brotherhood, for one, it's much better than in the active duty side, because on the active duty side you stay with your unit for 2-3 year time and then you switch your units. So here, whatever unit I'm with, it's for a lifetime.
People don't just join the National Guard to say they've done something for their countries, but to be the one on the front line when a catastrophe happens in their hometown.
So your initial training, when you first enlist, you're going to go to what's called RSP, which is Recruit Sustainment Program. It's your first drill. If not, you have multiple drills. So there's different phases. So you have red phase, which is your first drill. Then you have blue phase or white phase, which is any drill after that. And then blue phase is you're right about to ship to basic training. And you come back and you're in green phase, which you've been through basic, so now you're a leader. And then you have, after green phase, you have gold phase, which is your last drill in RSP. So you're going to come back from your AIT and you're going to do a drill. And then you're going to go to your unit.
As you can see, the National Guard train hard. If you have any questions about the National Guard, you can call 501-207-3747. Back to the news desk.
Thanks, Josh. That's so cool to see how some of our classmates get involved with so many different things.
Yeah, it's cool that they're interested in something like this.
You're right. Okay, now let's get back to some more announcements.
Please take note, the Senior Assembly is now the Senior Scholarship Reception with required attendance for honor graduates and seniors who have applied for scholarships only. These students will wear their graduation caps and gowns and be in the Fletcher Swords Annex cafeteria May 7th at 6 p.m. There are still several scholarships available on the website. Please check their expiration dates.
The C Scholarship is now available to seniors whose parents are members of C. Please see the website for a link to the application.
Textbook Corner will award 4 $250 scholarships for incoming freshman students attending ASU BB in the fall semester. The applicant must be attending the ASU BB campus and be enrolled as a full-time student. Applications available in the Guidance Center.
Tryouts for the 2018 SHS Lion and Lady Lion golf teams will be May 14th and 15th at Searcy Country Club. Any student wishing to try out must sign up in Coach Turney's room 117, have a physical, and return the information sheet. There will be a mandatory meeting in Coach Turney's room on May 10th at 3:15 for all students wishing to try out. Free physicals at school are scheduled for April 6th. Physical forms and information sheets can be picked up in Coach Turney's room.
Any candidate trying out for varsity cheer or line steppers can wait to have their physical done free of charge here at school on April 6th during 6th period.
Seniors, if you've been accepted by an accredited school or cooperative program in architecture or construction-related engineering program, please come by the Guidance Center for an application for the Society of American Military Engineers Scholarship. Now let's send things over to Zion with this week's Line of the Week.
What's up, Searcy High School? I'm here with your Line of the Week, Lauren Joyner. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So how long have you been playing softball?
I've been playing since I was in the T-ball, about 4 years old, and I've just progressed from there.
Okay, cool. And are there any athletes that you actually look up to in the softball world?
I mean, there's definitely a lot of good athletes, but Sydney Romero kind of just sticks out. She plays for Oklahoma, and she has not a twin sister, but she has a sister that plays for Michigan.
Okay.
And they're both just phenomenal athletes.
Awesome. Okay. And so what motivates you to kind of get out there and practice and kind of do what you do in softball?
All the girls out there, we all just look up to each other. We all push each other to be the best, and just we all have that one goal at the end of the year to have a state championship ring.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what is one of the hardest things that you've actually experienced in softball?
For the longest time, I had a hitting slump whenever I was like in 8th grade, and it was pretty tough, and you had to just keep battling through it, and then finally, like, you see where it gets you, and just good from there.
Kind of get to overcome that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, that's all the questions I have for you today, so thanks for coming.
Thank you.
And back to the news desk, guys.
Thanks, Zion.
Now let's hop on over to Josh with your latest weather forecast.
Good morning, Searcy High School. I'm Josh Cummins here to give you an updated weather forecast. So today is March 31st, a high of 66. You have mostly sunny skies with a 10% chance of rain. The winds will be going north-northwest at 7 miles per hour with a 59% of humidity. And your sun rose at 6:56 this morning. On to tonight. Tonight you'll have a low of 43. It'll be clear with 10% chance of rain. Your winds will be going southeast at 3 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 78%, and your sun will set at 7:26 p.m. Onto the almanac. Your average temperatures of a high is 67, a low of 43. Your monthly average of precipitation is 4.78 inches. Your month to date is 2.58. Onto the 5cast.
One shot wonder. You didn't do any of this.
I know. All right. On Saturday, it'll be thunderstorms with a high of 62, a low of 48, and a 80% chance of rain. On Sunday, it will be thunderstorms with a high of 66, a low of 49, 60% chance of rain. On Monday, you'll have another thunderstorms with a high of 67, a low of 50, and 20% chance of rain. On Tuesday, you'll have showers with a high of 68, 44 as a low, and 60% chance of rain. And on Wednesday, you'll have showers again with a high of 66, a low of 46, with 60% chance of rain. So it looks like we're going more to the week with more rain, of course. It's Arkansas for you, so.
That's fine with me. I love the rain.
Me too.
I hate the rain.
Well,
Sorry.
Let's see what we're having for lunch today. Today for lunch we're having a crispito, pinto beans, green salad, Mexican rice, fruit cocktail, brownie, banana, and milk. Be sure to thank over our wonderful cafeteria ladies today. That lunch sounds delicious. Now let's go on to a few more announcements.
If a student has turned 16 years old this school year, a second MCV4 immunization is required after turning 16 years old. Please bring a copy of your shot record to the nurse once you have received the second MCV4 immunization.
Seniors, if you need extra announcements, they're available in the East office. Please see Ms. Daves. The cost for each is $1. Now let's send things over to Jake with sports.
Good morning, Searcy High. It is finally Friday and the last sports segment of March. Today, both soccer teams will be in action as they will take on the Pioneers in Batesville. The girls will start at 5 p.m. and the guys will begin at 7. On the diamond, the baseball team also has an away game today. They will be traveling to Morrilton to take on the Devil Dogs. First pitch is at 4 p.m. As for softball, their next game will be Tuesday here in Searcy when they take on the Greenbrier Panthers. First pitch for that game will be at 4:30. Instead of national sports today, we have something different. A couple weeks ago, newly hired Arkansas Razorback head football coach Chad Morris spoke to the citizens of Searcy about the upcoming 2018-19 football season up on the hill. While at the event, I caught up with Coach Morris to ask him a few questions about Razorback football.
What excites me more than anything is 7 years ago, Clemson looked just like Arkansas does right now today.
New head coach for the Razorbacks, Chad Morris, explains the similarities between the Hogs today and the past Clemson Tigers team.
I just think there's a couple that really stand out. Number one is obviously the passionate fans. And the fan base is extremely passionate. To the hunger level of the players. They've experienced a down year, so to speak, and now you sense the hunger of these guys not wanting to let a fan base down or a university down. When we come back in here in January, man, it's full tilt boogie now. We're supposed to put it in the left lane and put the hammer down.
Coach Morris talks about the meaning behind his statement, left lane, hammer down.
Everybody thinks it's a kind of a fancy slogan, and really what it is to us, it's a lifestyle, and it's not an event. And it's the way we do everything. Everything we're going to do it all out. And so that's just kind of the way we operate, and that's just something that I actually just said at my press conference, and it took off. And let's do the work that needs to be done to get this thing done. We have one standard in this program, and that standard is best.
Coach Morris gave his reasoning on why he left his job at SMU to take the opening at Arkansas.
Well, I just think again, kind of going back to what it looked like 7 years ago at Clemson, the hunger level, a state that's so deserving of this, so deserving of a championship caliber football team, one that's just passionate, and the proximity of where you're recruiting footprint has to be successful.
And it was such a pleasure to walk into a room and to see a group of young men that were hungry, a group of young men that were wide-eyed and doesn't know what tomorrow's going to bring. And I told them to hold on because it's going to move fast, real fast.
When asked about football games at War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock, Coach Morris said it's part of Razorback history.
Well, I think it's part of the history of this program, and I'm excited to get the spring game there this year on April 7th, and hope to see a passionate fan base pack it out.
Coach Morris says he doesn't look to 5 years ahead of time with the team, but he looks to tomorrow.
I think that's just kind of, number one, it's not the way I operate. I always operate on where do I see this team tomorrow. I want to be better tomorrow than we are today. And that's all I ask. And if we can continue on the path to being the best team we can possibly be one day at a time, then 5 years from now, I think we'll all be happy to be a part of what this program is going to be representing.
I promise you, the more you get to know me, I won't let you down. Our staff won't let you down. We want to win. Make no mistake about it. We're here to win. We want to win. We want to win championships. And that's what we're going to do.
You can catch the Razorbacks in action at War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock on April 7th for the Red-White Spring Game. The Hogs' first regular season game will be September 1st on the Hill against Eastern Illinois. Time for me to put it in the right lane and go to the anchors back at the news desk. Have a great weekend, Cersei.
Thanks, Jake. Well, that's all we have for Lion TV today. Be sure to check out Lion Press this week, where there's a new story by Hassan Majid about Foreign Language Week.
If you miss an episode, you can go to CerseiLionPress.com and click on the Lion TV link, and be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Cersei High Lion TV and Instagram at Lion TV. Signing off for Lion TV, I'm Bailey Mills.
And I'm Jane Jackson. Have a great weekend, Cersei, and make good choices.